You're listening to Power Talk, Berkeley Electric Cooperative's official broadcast about the cooperative, our communities, and ways to use energy wisely. And now, let's join our hosts for today's episode. Hello and welcome to Power Talk. I am your host, Micah, Ponce, the Communications and Media Specialist here at Berkeley Electric Cooperative, joined as always by Libby Roerig, the Director of Marketing and Communications. Good morning.
Good morning, Micah. It's a beautiful day in the Low Country.
As always.
Yeah.
And we've got a full house today, Libby.
We do.
We have all the seats filled. If you're watching us on YouTube, you get to see all of our smiling faces as we welcome our guests here into the studio. First, we have Miss Yajaira, Bess, the Public Relations Specialist, and mi mejor amiga.
Yay. Good morning. Good morning. Buenos dias. Good morning.
And then we also have our very special guest, Miss Sarah McCarthy-Smith, the Berkeley County Recycling Coordinator. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today. I appreciate you all inviting me to your show. It's good to see everyone.
Well, Berkeley Electric, we've partnered with Berkeley County and the Keep Berkeley Beautiful program for several years now. Matter of fact, I think we adopted a highway back around in 2020, just sort of a way to try to give back to the community during COVID-19 when we really couldn't go out into the community as much as we normally did. So we were trying to find another way to help out. So we adopted a highway and tried to clean up so we could all social distance outside and keep everybody safe.
Yes.
But we're glad to have everybody here in studio. But one of the things, besides giving you your ceremonial Power Talk mug, which we have already done, is you get to tell our audience a little bit about yourself so we know who we have in studio today.
Okay, got you. So actually, I've been in the Low Country for a while now. I moved down in 2006. I'm from Virginia originally. I went to Mary Washington College in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and transferred from working in Richmond with my company. We did a lot of groundwater, soil, and air testing. So I came down here and liked the area and decided to stay. So I've been with Berkeley County for 12 years now as a recycling coordinator, adopt a highway coordinator. And in 2017, we started Keep Berkeley Beautiful, which is a Keep America Beautiful affiliate. So we believe in reducing litter, beautifying communities, and improving recycling. So all that comes together. And I guess personally, too, I'm married, and we have two younger kids, a 7-year-old and an almost 4-year-old. And we live in the Park Circle area. So definitely invested in the Low Country and in the area and keeping it environmentally clean and fresh, right?
Well, we're already going to go off script. I got to know, how does one get into groundwater and soil? What led you to that? That career path. Okay,
well, I've always been interested in the environment. I guess my parents are somewhat green as well. They have a great compost pile. They've got a lot of land, and I've always been interested in the outdoors, keeping it clean, being environmentally conscious. Reusing, recycling, even when you had to recycle the brown glass as opposed to the clear glass, as opposed to the green glass, and separating everything in the containers. Did that from when I was a young kid. Got into school and knew that I wanted to do something in the biology sector, but switched off, didn't really want to go into the lab. So got into environmental science and geology. So, and then got into this career track as well. So
sounds like the perfect fit.
It runs in the blood.
There you go.
Well, awesome. Well, Sarah, as you mentioned, Keep Berkeley Beautiful is an organization that strives to do just that, to keep one of the prettiest counties in the state that way through community initiatives, recycling, and, of course, litter control. So tell us a little bit more about KBB, how it started, and an overview of each of its main initiatives.
Okay, so we got a lot of feedback from the community wanting to expand to keep our environment clean. We were encouraged by community members to start Keep Berkeley Beautiful. Other affiliates are in the state as well. We have Keep Charleston Beautiful, which has been around for a while, Keep North Charleston Beautiful, and Keep Dorchester County Beautiful. So all those affiliates were already in the area. And what's great about being in the affiliate network is that we're a part of Keep America Beautiful and a part of Keep South Carolina Beautiful. So we have available grants. We have community partnerships that we could be involved with. And it seemed to be a priority for the community, a priority for Berkeley County. So we got the go-ahead and become officially affiliated. And it was about a year process. We had to get community groups together to say, how do we want to pick up litter? How do we want to address the litter situation that we have in our county? How do we want to improve recycling? What are some solutions to that? Where are some areas in Berkeley County we can beautify? Can we find those areas, locate those areas, and move forward with beautification for those projects? And we got a lot of great community feedback, a lot of community partners. Again, what makes us unique and is having a lot of great community partners. For example, Berkeley Electric, we've got Santee Cooper, we've got different portions of Berkeley County as well, the stormwater department, we have people from the sheriff's office as well. Everybody working together along with other community members is what makes all of Keep Berkeley Beautiful actually work.
So what are some of the type of the projects that Keep Berkeley Beautiful takes on? I know you mentioned the fact that, you get the litter pickup. I helped out, spread some mulch one day out there on Highway 52.
Yes.
Well, no, it's Highway 17 actually. Yeah.
It was Highway 17.
Yep, Highway 17. We went out there and spread some mulch. What type of projects can people volunteer for if they want to participate?
Okay, so we have a lot of community cleanups available. A lot of times our cleanups are community led, and that's the way for Keep Berkeley Beautiful to be sustainable. So we want to continue to get in with our community members, because if we go in and clean up an area and say, hey, we're coming in, we're bringing volunteers from the outside and we're cleaning up, that's great and the area gets clean, but we really need community involvement. We need community partners for it to work, because if we just go in and clean, then, folks are going to say, oh, the area looks great, okay, and then nothing changes in behavior. So what we're looking for is behavior change, and saying that, if we can get community members, with the churches, the civic groups, the businesses, the partnerships to actually come out and help us, then they take an interest in the area and say, hey, I just cleaned up that area. I don't want for anyone else to litter. So they might likely say to, a coworker or a friend, or when they're traveling in their car, hey, don't throw that litter out of the car, because then I'm going to have to go pick that up. So, and generally, statistically saying, like an area that's clean, people are less likely to throw litter in that area once it's clean, as opposed to if you see, 12 or, a dozen or so water bottles there, you're like, what's one more, is what people's mentality is. So we're kind of hoping to change behaviors and how people think. And once they get involved and once they clean up the area and get, and folks in their community see, their neighbors, their coworkers, their friends picking up litter, they're going to say, hey, I don't want to do this to my friend. I don't want to make them come clean this up again. So they're more likely to, have positive behavior changes as far as litter goes. So we have projects like that. We have beautification efforts as well. So we have our Beautiful Berkeley Gateway project. It's at the intersection of Old Whitesville Road and 17A in Monk's Corner. And so we've had Berkeley Electric out here volunteering as well to help clean up, pick up trash, to help mulch the area. And again, that was an abandoned intersection. There was an old gas station there at one time. So DOT rerouted that intersection, and it was kind of looked abandoned in a way. So we had some volunteers and board members that went out and said, hey, let's beautify this area. So we actually had a partnership with Trident Tech, and that was one of their big projects for the semester. So the whole class came out, they assessed the project, and their teacher said, well, how are you going to beautify this area? So we received about 10 different projects submitted about the intersection, and we picked one of them from one of the students there, and hired a contractor, and then planted some native plants, beautify. We had to go through a lot of DOT permitting process to be able to do that as well. So, but that ended up working out really well. And now we're just trying to maintain the area. Right now we have some native plants out there. We have some wildflowers, and we actually have some bees out there, some honeybees out there as well, as our pollinators as well. So, we are looking for other areas for folks to volunteer with as well for beautification projects. But again, we do want this to be more, the second project to be more community led. So for it to be successful and for us not to, and us and our volunteers to go out, we would like for a lot of community members to step up and help maintain the area as well. So.
Well, I mean, like you said, you getting the community involved, you take ownership of it. And anybody listening, you better not mess with my mulch. I spent a long time out there in the hot sun shoveling mulch. You better not mess with my mulch. Just saying.
I love mulch. It's just instant gratification. You put it down and the area immediately looks better.
Right. And it smells good. We had that cypress mulch too.
Yeah.
It smells so good too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, Berkeley Electric's proud to partner with Keep Berkeley Beautiful by adopting a portion of Highway 52 right here in Monk's Corner. We had started a little bit further down the road, sort of Strawberry area right outside the city of Goose Creek. But once we opened up our new facility here, we decided, well, what a better place to, keep the road clean is right here in front of our own area. So we switched our stretch to back up right in front of our new building. But Yajaira, this was your idea. Thanks for making me go out there and sweat. But so what made you suggest this partnership besides wanting to torture me?
I love the enthusiasm, Micah. Well, thinking about it, you guys were just talking about it when COVID happened. I was thinking, man, this would be a great community outreach program. And all of our in-person activities and events, I mean, it was shut down. We couldn't do anything. So it was a great way. It was, of course, low budget, low income, not enough, we're not spending too much money. But it was also a great team project for our department, just to work together and help clean our area, our highway. And I love seeing that adopt a highway sign. So I was like, this will be a great opportunity for us to give back and do something for the community, since that's one of our principles is, community engagement. And let me tell you, this project has grown, not only within our department, but just all departments. We're talking about accounting, our engineers in operation, our garage, our linemen when they can and if they can. We're talking about member service, and it has just united us completely with going out there, spending time together, building these relationships, but also giving back to the community and cleaning it up. And I know some of our my coworkers did not like of the idea, but now it's just a great tool to just go out there just for a few hours and help clean the community. And our members, our community, our village, they love it. They're like honking at us, like they're just encouraging us. The social media, they crave it, they love it. And it's just been fantastic. And we just develop it into now we'll provide awesome lunches for all of our volunteers. And we've even taken it an extra notch where our IT came up with this great idea of playing bingo. So now we're out there, we're trying to find these items in our list, like, okay, who can be the first one to get bingo to win? But it's been a great team building project, and it's also been a great community event just to give back. And I love it. And I know maybe some of my dear coworkers might not enjoy it, but
we have a blast.
I want to point out that our vice president of the department was one of the initial naysayers, and he was not in favor of this and was like, why would anybody want to go do this? But we have so much fun doing it. We actually had more fun in the stretch up the road because there was just more random things. But, we just get out there and have fun while we're supporting a good cause. And, it's surprising the stuff that you'll find.
Everybody tries to one-up the other person on what was the most interesting item found while you're out there.
Or how many bags they collected. Oh, I collected more than you. So it's always very competitive. But they take pride, too, because let me tell you something. They will tell family and friends, as you were mentioning before, Sarah, they will tell them, listen, I better not see no one throwing any type of litter because this is where we pick up trash.
I do get personally offended because, like, a couple days after we finish the cleanup, I'll go by and I'll see trash, and I'm like, oh, no, they didn't. I just walked up and down this highway cleaning stuff up, and there's already stuff back out there. But no.
The nerve, right?
Yeah. one of the interesting items I found recently was a brand new life preserver. So I was like, Useful.
Yeah, hold on to that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I do have to give a big shout out to Berkeley County Sheriff because they do an awesome job with, I mean, I just text them or call them, and Officer Stacy, like, they're on it, and they're always out there, you know, protecting us as well, making sure that we're safe, because that's another key thing, is making sure that, you know, our employees, our community, people that are out there on the road cleaning the trash, that safety is number one.
Exactly.
And that stretch of the highway is a 60-mile-per-hour zone.
Yes.
So cars go by fast, big trucks go by fast.
Oh, yes.
So we are
And y'all have
grateful.
two sides of the roadway and the median.
Yes.
So. But it's just employee awareness about, you know, being encouraged about your surroundings and knowing what's there and all that kind of stuff.
That's right.
And we wear our highway safety vests.
Always.
Not to be confused by the other type of safety vest.
Yes.
Highway rated.
Our safety department keeps us in compliance.
Good.
That's correct. They keep us on check.
Good job.
Well, Sarah, we've heard how a dirty job of cleaning up trash has surprising benefits for the cooperative and its employees. If an organization's interested, how do they go about adopting a highway or adopting a landing?
Okay, got you. So we actually have a lot of groups that have signed up for the Adopt a Highway program. We have a great partnership with SCDOT as far as the Adopt a Highway program. They, you know, they're their roads. They're the state roads that they maintain. So, you know, it's a big partnership between DOT, Berkeley County, and, you know, the organization that's adopting the roadways. So a group agrees to pick up at least 4 times a year for 2 years. In exchange for that, they get their litter pickup supplies, like the bags, the litter pickup sticks, the gloves, the safety vest. Generally, groups adopt at least a 2-mile section of roadway. Most groups adopt 1 mile one direction, 1 mile the other. So I think maybe you'll have 3 since you have a median in there as well. So good job to you guys. But we get a lot of community support. Sometimes churches, civic groups, we've got those. We've got businesses, sometimes families, even individuals have adopted roadways. So, I mean, anybody who wants to can come out. You don't need a group. Sometimes we have people who call in and want to join another group. You know, it's just whoever wants to do that. They can contact me. I can get them set up with the application. We send that over to DOT. You know, they get their, after their first cleanup, and it's reported. Generally, we have groups report their number of volunteers, the number of bags they picked up. In general, we assign about 15 pounds per bag, you know, so that we're able to take all of that data and accumulate that for the year. We get that information to keep South Carolina beautiful and Palmetto Pride, because they like to know how much we picked up on the roadways. Yeah. But anyway, so, I mean, Berkeley Electric also has the sign up there, and that's, you know, a good way for businesses or communities to advertise their section of roadway, as well as like a free advertisement as well. So, you know, that's why we get groups to sign up. And the Adopt a Landing program is very similar to that. So we have a lot of boat landings, over 20 boat landings in Berkeley County. Most of these are owned by Santee Cooper, but some of them are owned by DNR, some are owned by Berkeley County. But any of these landings can be adopted, and it's the same process. So you would agree to pick up at least 4 times a year for 2 years. And again, you get all of your supplies. You know, we want to make sure groups, you know, are safe out there, of course. We want to make sure that it's easy for them to pick, or easier for them to pick up. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, a litter pickup stick can make a big difference in, you know, having to touch, you know, something that you don't want to touch, like a tissue or something like that. It's like, I do not want to touch that. But, you know, the litter pickup stick makes it easier and safer as well, so that you can use that and you don't ever have to touch the trash, put it into the bag. You know, it gets collected. And then if it's on a DOT roadway, we can call DOT and have them pick up the bags as well. So they like to see the bags in groups if possible, so they don't have to stop by and pick up each bag. But, you know, different groups do it different ways. Some groups, you know, take their own bags to their own trash facilities, or some of them take them to the convenience centers, depending on, you know, where the group is, where they're located, and, you know, the personnel that they have as well. So, but like I said, we've got a lot of great community partners, but we're always looking for more.
There you go. Well, folks, if you're just tuning in, we're finding all the ways that we can keep Berkeley beautiful with our special guest, Miss Sarah McCarthy-Smith, the Berkeley County Recycling Coordinator, and of course, mi mejor amiga, Miss Yajaira Bess. Yajaira, we got a new big event that's coming up around the
Yes, we do.
Corner. That's the word I'm looking for. Corner.
That's right around the corner.
I'm stuck on roads. Roads go straight, but they also have corners.
Yes.
They can.
You're right. It's the Great American Cleanup. It's an annual event that is the nation's largest community improvement program. And this year, Keep Berkeley Beautiful, KBB, partnered with our friends in Cross, South Carolina. So Sarah, tell us, why was Cross a great community to partner with, and how did it go?
Okay, so we have some great Adopt a Highway groups up there already around the Spires Landing area. There's Spires Landing itself, Spires Landing Road, Spring Plains. We have several groups, Gerald Clyde Sanders Foundation. We've got a lot of folks that are very involved in their community, want to keep it clean, want to keep it safe. And that's something that I didn't mention before. Sometimes litter can actually improve the sight of a facility as well, or
Most
a roadway,
definitely.
and then deter sometimes crime, deter things that shouldn't be happening there as well. So we those things can also keep it safe as well. But we have a lot of great community partners up there, and they had a very successful cleanup last year. We were very excited for them. And we had multiple events on a particular day last year, and we couldn't join them as well. But this year I said, we definitely want to be a part of your cleanup. I said that, as soon as their cleanup was over last year. So they gathered about 3 or 4 communities as far as their Adopt a Highway groups in the Cross community. Talked to families, went into churches, talked to some of the schools, talked to some of the civic groups in the area, and got a whole bunch of people to volunteer to come out on a Saturday. And those folks worked hard. They worked hard. About 2 hours into it, I said, "Oh my goodness, y'all are going hard, and y'all are picking up a lot of trash, climbing into the ditches. We're talking about 3 or 4 foot ditches, climbing in there, grabbing the trash out. All ages from we had some high schoolers out there, all the way up to it looked like 60, 70-year-olds out there. So and we had a huge variety of ages come out." And all different kinds of people, which was really awesome. So we had a great turnout with that. We had a cookout afterwards. There was a community member who volunteered to cook out some hamburgers and hot dogs. Keep Berkeley Beautiful helped sponsor the food for that. So we were glad that we could get all those community partners to come out, and they want to keep it going. They want to keep doing this every year.
That's awesome.
They clean up along Highway 6, their roadways, which are Spires Landing Road, Spring Plains Road, and this is a good advertisement to the community as well to keep this area clean. So we were very happy with that. Jennifer Green, I have to give a shout out to her in the Cross area. She's a great volunteer coordinator. She knows a lot of folks. Her family's from the area, so there's a lot invested in that, and they want to keep that going. And we were so proud of them, and so proud to be a part of that as well. So
definitely.
It's awesome.
Well, we're proud Berkeley Electric is proud to serve the Cross area. We love our members out there. So, Sarah, the other part of your job, your job actually is within the solid waste department at Berkeley County, which oversees recycling and garbage disposal. So what's happening at the landfill these days?
Okay, so it's busy. Berkeley County is booming. The landfill's busy
That's
too.
right.
Then with more people coming in, there's more waste, generate the end waste and recycling. So there's a lot going on. The landfill is composed of 3 components. There's a Class 3 landfill, which is the municipal solid waste. So that would be things that you throw in your household trash away, like your food waste, just products from everyday living. So that would go into the Class 3 landfill. The Class 2 landfill is the C&D landfill, stands for construction and debris.
Okay.
So that would be like if you redid your bathroom or you remodeled your kitchen, that would be the products that would go in that landfill. And then the Class 1 landfill is composed of just earth and materials. So things that come from the earth go back into the earth. So your leaves, and your branches that have fallen down from the last storm, some leftover mulch, a tree that's been cut down, those types of things go back into the landfill. So it's definitely booming at the landfill. So but the more that we can reduce, recycle, and reuse, the less that will go into our landfill that'll fill up our landfill. So we're definitely trying to encourage people to use, reusable products like this reusable water bottle. If they can use reusable utensils, plates. So it's just being mindful of the things that we use so we can preserve our landfill space and, keep it for future, longer for future generations.
Yes, most definitely. Recycling is just so important. It's, a huge part of solid waste management. Berkeley Electric is proud to also partner, as we're talking about recycling, with our newest industrial member, which is Redwood Materials, to offer lithium-ion battery recycling drop-off. And it's actually at each district office, our 4 offices. So before BEC placed these boxes, there was only one lithium drop-off in the state. So this is like very exciting news. So in case you were wondering, the lithium batteries are the types of batteries found in like your rechargeable devices, such as cell phones, laptops, and even electronic toothbrushes. So Redwood is interested in recycling these materials because they can reuse endlessly to build new batteries like electric vehicles, which that's like the newest thing now, right? That Redwood would actually manufacture. So Sarah, tell us a little bit. Why is it good to recycle these types of materials, these batteries?
So again, like you were saying, there's not a huge outlet of that right now. People are calling in and wondering what to do. So, we are very thankful that y'all are providing an opportunity for people to drop these items off as well. So again, lithium has to be mined from the earth. It's a limited resource as well. So the less mining that we have to do to mine the product, the less, damage to the earth and that sort of stuff as well. The less that we can do of that, the better. And again, if we can recycle that material, put it back into new batteries, that's definitely the way to do it as well.
Awesome.
And there's lots that can be recycled besides rechargeable batteries. Sarah, what are some of the common types of materials that can or should be recycled, and how can residents of Berkeley County recycle?
Okay, so we have 10 residential drop-off convenience centers, and we do have a lot of recycling drop-off here as well. So you were talking about batteries, but we also have lead-acid batteries, like people's car batteries, boat batteries, motorcycle batteries. We get a lot of calls about that, so people can drop off that material. We have what a lot of people don't think about, used oil. Once you change the oil in your vehicle, you need to recycle that. So we've got used oil along with used oil filter recycling there as well. We've got cardboard drop off, or we've got cardboard compactor, so you can recycle that as well. Any type of metal product. It could be something from steel and aluminum cans to something like, like an old rusty bike, that can actually be recycled as well. Any type of appliances. You can recycle electronic scrap, like if your, TV broke, you can recycle that material there at the landfill. And convenience center, you can drop it off there. Again, the convenience centers are for residential drop-off. We also have mixed paper recycling. We've got used oil and gas recycling. We've got tire recycling. So there's actually quite a few recyclables that people don't normally think about. Yeah. Generally, when you think about recycling, you're like plastic, metal, glass, paper, those types of things. And then, the Repower South facility takes all of the trash in Berkeley County and then pulls out the valuable recyclables at that point. But then Berkeley County also has the drop off for other recyclables as well at the convenience centers.
So you had like the oil recycling at the convenience centers, or
that's correct.
Okay.
All right. So we have used oil containers. We have a partnership with Santee Cooper. When the containers fill up, they come in and pump that out and recycle that at their generating stations.
And now, if you're dropping off something like a lawnmower or whatnot, you have to drain all the oil and gas and all that kind of stuff out of it first.
First, before you bring it there. That's correct.
Yeah, because I've got a pressure washer I got to drop off here.
Gotcha.
So I want to make sure I do it correctly.
Micah,
exactly. Yes. I know. You can, right. And you can always call us or email us. We're here in the office. We've got a lot of folks that can answer questions, and we're happy to do so. We'd, rather you call and make sure you're doing it right beforehand instead of going to the center and trying to figure out there what you're supposed to do with it, right? So
a little detour. We were talking about the landfills earlier, but driving to the landfill one day, I saw probably the fattest coyote that I've ever seen.
Oh, wow.
I think he was making his daily lunch run going to the landfill.
Gotcha.
I've never seen a fat coyote before, but this guy, he was jiggling as he was walking down the road.
Gracious, I know.
Getting some diabetes medicine.
I mean, hey, you got to do what you got to do. So.
Got you.
But, if folks want to learn more about this, they can go by where to find out more about all these opportunities? You have a website available?
Yes, so
okay.
we have websites for Berkeley County Water and Sanitation. We've got one for Keep Berkeley Beautiful. You can just Google that. Answers will pop right up for you. Our phone numbers and emails are on there as well, so you can call in. We're happy to chat with you about any solid waste or recycling or Keep Berkeley Beautiful issues.
Okay, yeah. And if you're just too lazy like me, sometimes you just want to have the answer handed to you, you can just go to keepberkeleybeautifulsc.org, or you can follow them on Facebook.
Yep.
And I just want to say a big thank you for everything that you're doing to help keep Berkeley beautiful, and for spending some time with us here on Power Talk. Thank you for tuning in. For those of you who are listening, this is the official broadcast of your electric cooperative, and you can catch up on past episodes on streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple, and iHeartRadio. And as always, get a behind-the-scenes look on Berkeley Electric's YouTube channel so you can see our smiling faces. Thank you, everybody, and until next time, this is Power Talk, signing off.